Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
So I'm going to start off by saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations for Fulek and the Ak and spreading the truth at the four corners of this earth. My name is Asha Allah.
It's the brother Masha.
It's died.
And tonight we're just going to talk about how the Lord is known through his judgments. So this is Psalms 9 and verse 16 says, The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is known by the judgments which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the works of his own hands, Higion Salah. That's plain and simple to the point. You know, how is the Lord known? By the judgment which he executeth. But there is no respecter of persons when it comes to his judgment. As it says in Romans 2:11, that there is no respect of persons with the Most High. Nor has anyone perished, being innocent. Quoting that Job 4:7. So when judgment comes, it's coming for those who it's intended to. This is Zephaniah 3. In verse 5, it says, The just Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. The Lord brings forth his judgment every morning. And it doesn't come back unto him void. It doesn't fail. So whether a person has unfortunate events happening to him that day, or a person doesn't wake up, that's all of the Lord's judgment. But what it says that the unjust knoweth no shame. The unjust, the wicked, they don't have no sense of guilt. They don't think twice about what they do. So when these judgments when these judgments from the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai come upon them, they don't think twice at what they're doing.
I got the etymon for the word shame. It says feeling of guilt or disgrace, confusion caused by shame, disgrace, dishonor, insult, loss of esteem or reputation. All right, so there's no feeling of guilt, like the brother said. Like they don't feel like they're doing anything wrong. They don't feel like they're moving in a bad way according to, in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right.
From here, I got this Jeremiah 6 and 15. And it says, were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not ashamed. They were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore, they shall fall among them that fall. At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So 2/3 of our people, they're not ashamed. Like the definition said, they don't have a sense of guilt. They don't think twice about what they do, about the abominable acts that they do. Such as adultery, such as what they eat. Such as how they move. So when these judgments come upon them, they don't think twice. They don't self-evaluate how they're moving, what they're doing.
I got a precept to tie into what the brother is saying. This is Amos chapter 3, and starting at verse 6. And it reads, Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it? Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealed the secret unto his servants the prophets. All right. But it said, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? All right. And we understand, according to the scriptures, that no man perishes being innocent. All right. So these people are being judged for their wickedness that they're doing.
Or have done. What's that? You said Isaiah 43?
45?
45 and 7. Can you grab that real quick?
This is Isaiah 45 and 7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things.
Right. So the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai creates evil. So when these things happen, these mass shootings, these pestilences, these different judgments that are going out, that's happening, it's the Lord. The Lord is the one that's executing that judgment.
I got this Proverbs 28. This is Proverbs 28 and 5. It says, "Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord Yahweh shall understand all things." Right, just another point going into how these people don't understand the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Right. They look at it as
Coincidence.
something strange or a coincidence, or just a bad situation that they've been put in. But no, that's judgment from the Lord. We have in this Joshua 2, people recognize the judgment of the Lord. People recognize the Lord from the judgments which he executed. This is Joshua 2 and verse 10. It says, "For we have heard how the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt, neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, your power is a power in heaven above and in earth beneath." So when these judgments, when the Lord acted and these judgments happened, people were utterly afraid, man. People's hearts melted, and there was no courage in any man to come up against Israel, to come up against the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So and just how people knew of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai through the judgments which he brought forth back then, our people today in this generation is going to know about the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai through the judgments, through the plagues which he's going to bring upon this place, man.
I got it.
Good.
This is Jeremiah 16, verse 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that it shall no be more." It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, the Lord Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers." Right, in these days that we're coming into, this prophecy is going to come to pass soon, and people are, after this prophecy comes to pass, people aren't going to be talking about our exodus from Egypt, right? Like I'm going to be talking about our exodus from this land that we're in today, which is Babylon the Great,
Right.
which is America, and that's what people are going to see in order to know the Lord. And the judgments happen to Egypt, and there's going to be judgments that happen to this place that are going to exalt the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
You want to grab that Jeremiah 23 and 20?
This is Jeremiah 23, verse 20. It says, "The anger of the Lord Yahweh shall not return until he hath executed, and till he hath performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it perfectly."
Right. So the anger of the Lord, it's not going to return unto him. People are going to thoroughly know of our Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai from the judgments, which he's about to bring on this place.
I got a precept to back you up on that.
Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. All right, and it's talking. This is talking about these prophecies when they come to pass, these judgments and whatnot that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai spoke about. Then people are going to realize and understand what the prophets were saying, the prophets that were sent by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So, tying it in with what the brother mentioned, in the end, they're gonna consider it perfectly. They're gonna know, like, man, these were the men of the Lord, and they were telling us they were telling us of the judgments to come, So
I got the Jeremiah 28. This is Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, right? And that's what the prophets are speaking about. We're speaking about before the time of Jeremiah, and it's the same thing that the prophets today are speaking about. They're speaking about the judgments of the Lord, right? These are all judgments of the Lord that are being brought to pass. These are all judgments of the Lord that are being spoke about by the prophets, just like the brother was going into these, and this is how they're going to know that the Lord has done these things, because scriptures also speak about the Lord revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets. So people are going to fully understand that this message that these prophets of the Lord have been speaking is what it is. It's the Lord bringing forth the judgment upon this place.
Right. It's not of our own mouths. It's of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So from then, let's go to 2nd Ezra 15, just to bring out some of the judgments that are to come.
I'm here.
Would you mind if I grab this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to show, that, people, the Lord is known by his judgments, which is the main point we're trying to get across. This is Jude chapter 1 and verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. This is an account recalling, the Lord's judgment for those the people within those
Cities.
Going off and doing wickedness. That's what happened to them, and they were made an example, which is going to be the same thing that's going to happen to America.
Right, because this place is called
spiritual
Sodom in Egypt.
Yep.
The Sodom for being the ways that it operates as in Sodom and Gomorrah, and Egypt for it being a representation of the house of bondage. Exodus 20 and 3. You want to grab you had that? You was holding on to that 2nd Ezra.
I can grab it real fast. 2nd Ezra 15.
I got it. I'll just start at verse 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their works are fulfilled. So this is what the Lord's saying. The Lord's saying he's going to bring plagues upon this world. The sword, which the sword is a weapon, and it can be interchanged with the modern day weapon, which would be the gun. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. Verse 7, thus saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And this is just going into the unjust knoweth no shame. Why? Because they profanely commit these things. They exercise themselves in wickedness. Let me just jump down to verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another and swords in their hands. And we're seeing this right now with the wars that's going on, Ukraine versus Russia, or even the sedition going on amongst the people in America right now. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So when you go into that word sedition, it just means rebellion, uprising, a revolt. It says that for there shall be an uprising of rebellion among men, and we're seeing that today. You go on these social media platforms, you're seeing that men are starting to